Hey guys, how's it going? I am WWE Hall of Famer Lita, welcoming you to General Admission Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friday Night Storm. And we begin with the first of what is going to be two title matches here tonight. The United States Championship will be on the line. Ember Moon taking on Priscilla Kelly, making her GAW debut. Kelly, like so many others, has been touring all over the country, and she, like so many others, ends up in General Admission Wrestling. This was announced last week when Ember Moon said that she would defend the United States title on an open contract this week. It is Priscilla Kelly that answers the call. This isn't the only title match tonight. Kacy Catanzaro puts the world title on the line in the main event against the Queen of Queens. And boy, what a show we have. It's not just those two matches, folks.
Destination description.
Despite the slight blemish on her record, losing to Kacy Catanzaro for the World Championship, Ember Moon has been as close to perfect as a wrestler can hope to be. And as U.S. Champion, she is hot on the trail of Ronda Rousey's 6 title defenses. This would be number 5 for Ember Moon if she is successful here against Priscilla Kelly. That's a big if, of course. We know how skilled Kelly is. But with Ember Moon, there are so many levels to her game. We've seen it time and time again. And although it was not quite enough against Kacy Catanzaro, it has been enough against everyone else she's fought. We'll see if that continues to be the case. The first of our two title matches begins now. And Priscilla Kelly getting started off on the right foot against Moon. That's what you have to do. But look at how quickly Moon can move. We get to see the black and gold in action. Adam Cole has promised us a special tag team match coming up later. We will also see a #1 Contenders match for Adam Cole's world title. We have an exciting show coming up, and it's just beginning now with this U.S. title match. Moon hoping to add more names to an already impressive record. Moon splashed from the top, but Kelly got the knees up. We know that Priscilla Kelly is incredibly unpredictable, very dangerous. And that is honestly the toughest thing. Kelly is the worst kind of opponent to get on an open contract. She's unpredictable at the best of times, even when you know that you're going to be facing her. But Ember Moon did not know who she would be facing tonight. Which means that Priscilla Kelly brings that unpredictable, unstable nature into a situation where Moon is completely unprepared. This is not where Ember Moon wanted to be. But she knew that this was the risk she was running when she announced an open contract. And Moon doing a good job early on, keeping Priscilla Kelly on the ground. It's a good strategy. Moon rolling soul butt, caught Kelly right in the ribcage. Beautiful combination. Ember Moon takes her down, and Moon to defend the U.S. title. Kelly smart enough to see the rope. Ember Moon doing everything right so far in this match. Kelly close enough to that rope to keep herself in the match. Moon trying to go after the legs, and Kelly, a powerful lower body for Priscilla Kelly, and she cracks Moon with that ripcord arm. Kelly turns her around, and Priscilla Kelly right back on top. Inverted T-bone suplex, and Priscilla Kelly to win the title. It's a 2 count. Great job from Kelly to work her way back into this match. Now she's got the arm. Moon comes right back with the forearm. And Ember Moon knows that she needs to start getting Priscilla Kelly up against the ropes. She won't be able to go this much longer. But Moon knows the kill shot, and it might be inbound. Kelly to her feet. Ember Moon with a missile drop kick. Moon started to use that more and more, keeping you on your back foot. Unable to guess what she's gonna do. Ember Moon with the moonsault. She is so comfortable coming off that top rope, and now Ember Moon close to the ropes, but is it close enough? Fallen Skies is in. Kelly's only chance will be to reach the ropes here. Can she get there? Moon cranking back on the neck. Ember Moon, look at this, but she went too far. Moon went too far back, and Kelly was able to break the hold, but Moon with a stunner sends her to the outside. Moon's gonna follow. Up top she goes, and Moon thinks better of it. Or maybe not. Ember Moon up to the other side. Kelly's up to her feet. Ember Moon, she's gonna fly. Moon, oh no! Kelly sent her back first to the ground. Gets her back in the ring. Kelly's in control. Kelly is in control of the U.S. champion. Moon, great recovery. She popped up right back to her feet. Moon takes her down. The Fallen Skies, she got too aggressive. It hurt her once. Moon may not allow that to happen again. Moon, Eclipse, no, she's caught. Once again, the Eclipse, too predictable. That's how Kacy Catanzaro beat her, and now Kelly, ripcord knee strike. Catanzaro got the better of Moon with that same lariat out of the Eclipse. And now Priscilla Kelly has the advantage over the U.S. champion. Kelly will allow Moon to get back in the ring under her own power. No, Kelly tried to surprise her. Moon tried to jump back. Kelly on top of it. Combination countered. Moon turns that forearm aside. Moon, famouser on the outside. It's been a very even match here tonight. Kelly has to win this thing in the middle of the ring. Obviously, she knows that. But it's a fine line. You can cause a lot of damage on the outside. Kelly's trying to do just that, but Ember Moon almost baited her out, and Moon tosses her into the steel steps. Now it's time for Moon to try to inflict some damage. Again, where it's incredibly dangerous, but Kelly answers back. Double foot stomp on the U.S. champ. Moon, she's gonna get her chance. Butterfly suplex. These two warriors are just exchanging massively painful moves on the outside. Which one can take control in the crucial moments? Moon will get back into the ring. Breaks the count, back out she goes. Kelly out on her feet, and Moon continuing with the damage. Moon, Hurricane Rana. It looked like she was going for that famouser. Kelly stood right up. Moon was too quick for her. Now Ember Moon, look at this. Moon with an inverted north-south choke on the outside. And Kelly, what's she thinking here? Obviously, this isn't going to end the match. Ember Moon just trying to get damage. It's not the worst strategy that Ember Moon could employ, and clearly it's helped. Moon has taken full control here, and Moon once again, famous sir. 7. The U.S. champ is ruthless, and Moon gonna go for more attacks. Moon with the slam. 8. Absolutely ruthless is the United States champion. Kelly's on the outside. Moon back into the ring. Moon will let Kelly get counted. Oh no! Moon breaks the count. I thought Kelly was gonna get counted out. Kelly did too, and she strikes back. 2. Moon made it seem like she was going to get Kelly counted out. 4. Kelly was none too pleased, and we have ourselves a war in the first match here on Storm. Moon tried to go into the barricade. Kelly saw it coming the whole way. Now Kelly bobbing and weaving away from the U.S. champ. Kelly back into the ring. Moon stalking her on the outside. Kelly rolls back out, and now it's been a lot of this match. It's been contested on the outside of the ring, but finally Ember Moon moves the action back in. Moon, fall away slam countered. Kelly, reverse DDT. Long time spent on the outside, but now Priscilla Kelly trying to end it here. Kelly with her best chance yet to win the U.S. title. Kelly's got her feet on the ropes. No! Moon trying to go after Kelly, but Priscilla Kelly stays on top. Inverted T-bone, and now Kelly again with that arm, and it's countered. Moon goes right back. What a forearm. Ember Moon. It just keeps on coming for the U.S. champion. Kelly to her feet. Moon eclipse. Good night, Priscilla Kelly. Moon hooks the leg. Ember Moon defends. What a match. I apologize for my voice. My goodness, that match didn't do it any favors. It was an open contract, and Moon very nearly came to regret it. But the U.S. champion, just too tough on this occasion. Beautifully done by Ember Moon to notch her 5th defense. Ronda Rousey's first record-setting reign is firmly in Moon's sights. My name isn't a coincidence. I am a devil. I can ruin your brain, destroy your body, and turn you inside out. I am a mixed martial artist. I am a fighter. And I am here. Next week will be the dawn of the new house. Your work has paid off. Your toil and struggle has come to fruition. It is time. And the Lucha Brothers are our targets. They are one of the best tag teams in the world, former GAW champions, kings of their style. But the house's teachings defeat all styles. Your test will be next week. And as for you, Mr. Riddle, you have made the house proud. Your training and struggle has rewarded you with the success you craved. But as you know, the journey merely begins here. You will continue to pay tribute to the house, honor its teachings, and transform yourself. like we're getting closer and closer to finally finding out the identity of the new tributes to the House of Black that Aleister Black has been referring to for, I think, months at this point. But let's not forget also that the House of Black does now control a GAW title. Matt Riddle holds the Intercontinental belt, a title that Roderick Strong once fought for. He was unsuccessful in his bid at that time. Could he be more successful fighting for the World Championship? Well, that's what he may be able to find out if he is to win here today. This is a #1 contenders match for Adam Cole's world title. Roderick Strong, one half of it, but the other half, a man who certainly knows his way around matches like this. The Switchblade, Jay White. Multiple challenges for the World Championship, all of them unsuccessful. But as we know, White is ruthless, he is ferocious, and just because he's had unsuccessful tests for the World Championship does not mean that he will give up, no. If there's one thing that we know about Jay White, it's that he never gives up. And that danger and usually backup are close to follow wherever he goes. Which means that Roderick Strong needs to be on his absolute A game if he wants to win here tonight. You always have to be against Jay White. While he may not be the most successful in terms of GAW championship success, he is certainly one of our most dangerous. Roderick Strong's about to find that out firsthand. And can you imagine, oh, White, snap German suplex into a bridge. Strong powers out. Could you imagine Roderick Strong with his history with Adam Cole if he wins here tonight? Well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We know how good Jay White is. We know how dangerous he is. As always, White will not have the fans behind him. That's to be expected. White going up top early. White drops the elbow on the back. Pointing the elbow straight to the back of the chest. Typical Jay White brutality. Cover. White got a 2 count. White taking over the match early. Always what we expect from the Switchblade. It wasn't long ago that White was fighting Cody Rhodes in a steel cell at Nitro 9. We're talking less than three years ago. White was in one of the most brutal matches we've ever seen. White's learned how to fight that style. It's not going to help him here against Roderick Strong, one of the fastest workers in the entire world. Strong from the middle rope. Look at the distance he was able to cover. Almost defying the laws of physics. Roderick Strong flew for the elbow drop, now gets White up on the shoulder. White, elbows to the side of the head, but his haymaker attempt countered by Strong. Strong gets him up, and it's a backbreaker from the messiah of the backbreaker himself. So dangerous in so many ways. Strong hoping to showcase that danger to the world champion and hoping to guarantee himself a match with the world champ. Oh, high velocity snake eyes from Strong and ground and pound to boot. Strong, heavy hits, heavy combination, almost a 3, but White stays alive. That's one close call apiece, and you feel like at the pace that this match is being fought, It's going to be a best of 3 in that regard. Strong Alabama slam on White, more damage to the back. It's what we're expecting from Strong coming into this thing. Big knee drop from the top. And Roddy Strong looking maybe to finish things off here. Strong and a heartache. Wow, my oh my. Roderick Strong hooks the leg. Oh no! Jay White throws the shoulder out. Strong going back on the attack, but it's countered. Now it's White. Gets Strong up into the brain buster. Strong clearly thought the end of Heartache was going to be enough. White half and half suplex. High velocity, the torque on those hips. Jay White hooks the leg and it's a 2 count. I said it may only be one more close call. I was wrong. White, now he's got the arm, it's countered. Strong comes right back with a heavy forearm. Takes the back, Roderick Strong gets him in the corner. Strong backs up. And a huge forearm. Roddy Strong. This is what I mean. In terms of pace, there is no one better. If there are, you're gonna have to name him. Strong works at such a high pace, it's almost impossible to deal with. End of Heartache again. Roddy Strong, and surely 2 times the charm. Roderick Strong is the new #1 contender. And Adam Cole now, he's gonna have something to think about. Roddy Strong, an old friend, will be next in line to fight for the World Championship. What is going through Cole's mind right now? A consummate performance, though, from Strong. You gotta hand it to him. Strong earned #1 contendership with a hard-fought match against White here tonight. What could it mean for Cole going forward? Let's hear now from the world champion himself. Let's talk about the black and gold, baby. This is a group dedicated to winning, just like we have always been. Every person we've picked up is a winner. I don't accept anything less. But here in GAW, that's not enough. Just look at all the previous champions, and they all have groups or massive movements behind them. But they're so short-sighted that they didn't realize what they could do with all that. I mean, you look back, you see Alpha tried to change GAW. Ooh, didn't even make it 6 months. Kenny Omega held the title for about a day and a half before Aleister Black, still riding on the residual momentum of turning on a spooky VHS tape, beat him and then lost to the White Company, who lost to Keith Lee, riding that movement. But not one of those people ever thought about what all that stuff could mean until Adam Cole, baby, came to play. And I got friends that feel the same way, which is why Gallus is ready to knock some heads in. Keith Lee thought that he could play me like a guitar when he was the champ, but all he did was piss off a British guy straight out of a 1920s war poster. And that's bad news for everyone, even if they're black and gold too. And as for Matt Riddle, thank you for taking the Intercontinental title off that insufferable prick Chris Sabin. But we'll be having that back right where it belongs. You'll see Pete Dunne next week, and I'll be seeing that beautiful white belt in the black and gold headquarters. Yet more enforcers of the black and gold. This time, it's Gallus, Joe Coffey, and Wolfgang. And it just keeps getting worse and worse for the enemies of the black and gold. It's not enough that the trio of Mexican superstars have joined up. We saw that just a few weeks ago. Now you got these guys. So Adam Cole, is this cruelty or is this good leadership? I'll let you decide. Pitting two teams of the black and gold against one another. Moustache Mountain, who just a few weeks ago were fighting for the tag team championships at Battle at Broadway against the Usos and War Machine. War Machine retained at that time, but Moustache Mountain were not involved in the decision, it's worth noting. Which of course sparks the question, will they go after the tag team championships once again? Maybe that's why Adam Cole wanted them in this match. Maybe that's what he's grooming the winner here to do. But of course, the lingering question, this new tag team being brought in by the House of Black, that will certainly affect matters when it comes to the tag team championships. And when it comes to War Machine, they've been unbeatable this season. So I don't blame Adam Cole for wanting to test metal against metal here. And certainly there is no greater test than these four British gentlemen, four of the hardest hitters that we have ever seen in the sport of wrestling, and we're seeing it already. One shot from Trent Seven, and the massive Wolfgang is busted open right above the eyes. Seven off a DDT, cover, and a 2 count early in the match. You can see how dominant these teams are. Wolfgang, big boot, and here comes Joe Coffey. One of the most underrated wrestlers on the British scene there is, in my opinion. Trent Seven knows that. All four of these men have fought with and against each other very often across their long careers, and Seven again. Nice DDT, done that to both members of Gallus, and here comes Tyler Bate. Frequent tags, befitting of the British style for both teams, representing the black and gold. You can see Moustache Mountain actually wearing the black and gold colors. As for Gallus, they're representing themselves and their group. But make no mistake, Adam Cole knows that they're part of the black and gold as well. Joe Coffey turning his attention back to Tyler Bate. Suplex attempt countered. Bate backs him up into the corner. Big shot. Now Bate sends him shoulder first into the turnbuckle post. Bate turns his attention to Wolfgang and sends him out. Joe Coffey, using the opportunity, gets back to his feet. Bate comes off in a big lariat. Bate springboarded off the top rope. And right now, Gallus has no answer for Moustache Mountain. Seven and Bate talking strategy. Wolfgang, they didn't see him get back up onto the apron. Wolfgang legal in the match, but Trent Seven sends him out. A bit of a tactical error here, I think, because Joe Coffey rolled out of the ring. You want to take a 2-on-1 advantage against Wolfgang. A very unusual error by a very experienced tag team. And Wolfgang going to take full advantage. The big man on the outside going after Trent Seven. Big, heavy-handed shots for the man who weighs in for this match at nearly 300 pounds. 297 to be exact. And Wolfgang making life miserable for Trent Seven. He's the biggest man in this match. Big knee, now Wolfgang gets 7 up onto the shoulders. He's seeing the barricade. Wolfgang drives him straight in. Referee's count is 10, the limit is 20. And Wolfgang is going to take full advantage of the length of time he gets on the outside. Back into the ring he goes, and trash talking right in the face of Tyler Bate. Wolfgang back out Bate, drop down, Wolfgang gonna go after him. Bate slides off the shoulders, and now Tyler Bate taking a cue from his British Strong style teammate Pete Dunne. He went after the fingers, and now Wolfgang has to regroup. Trent Seven will as well. Wolfgang going after Bate on the apron. Seven slides in, hoping to catch him from behind. Didn't work. Wolfgang, what a code breaker. I didn't see what he was going for on that. Wolfgang gonna take the opportunity, tag in. Here comes Coffee. Trent Seven able to crawl over. Tag in Tyler Bate. Bate, step up Hurricane Rana. Good decision by Trent Seven to take the tag. Bate works fast enough to be able to handle a 2-on-1 situation, but Joe Coffey beats him off the top. Coffey took advantage, and now in the center of the ring, 2 count. Coffey with a big toss as Bate was up on the top, but tag in. Here comes Wolfgang once again. He's got Bate on his feet, but Bate ducks underneath the right hand. Bate answers back. Can't take the big man down. Bate, DDT, finally does. Bate hooks the leg. No. You gotta fight hard to inflict any amount of damage on Wolfgang. With the big man showing some surprising quickness. Get out of the way of that elbow from Tyler Bate, and now Wolfgang gets him up under the shoulders. Oh my God! Wolfgang with a vicious knee strike off the shoulders, and Gallus has their first win in GAW. Moustache Mountain made it difficult on him. I think this is exactly what Adam Cole wanted to see out of his 2 tag teams. Make no mistake, Adam Cole understands the value of iron sharpening iron. Joe Coffey and Wolfgang, it was a concerted team effort as much as it can be with no double team offense. And a very, very good job by Gallus. There's another look. Called the Go to Hell by one of our rookies over on Rookie of the Year, Wolf Stormsong. I don't know what Wolfgang calls it, but he can call it the match winner here tonight. Gallus has their first win, and the main event with the Women's World Championship coming up next. Here's the reality. Marty Scurll was hanging on against Davey Richards before I stepped in. I did exactly what I was always taught to do. I seized an opportunity, but I'm not letting Davey hold this over me. If he thinks he's got me figured out, like I'm a Marty Scurll 2.0, he's got it wrong. I fought that hard to take the WCPW title off of Scurll so he couldn't taint it anymore. It means more than just a piece of leather. It's a mentality. And that mentality means that I will fight Davey Richards anywhere, anytime for both my titles. If I can defeat him once, you're bloody right, I can do it again.
Ain't no slowing down, ain't no stopping me. Guess who's back around? Guess who's got the keys? Start it up. Soon as I put it in drive, guess what they say when I take it.
It is that time already. Main event o'clock. And it's Taya Valkyrie, the Queen of Queens, taking on Kacy Catanzaro for the World Championship. This makes it 2 title matches in 3 bouts for Taya Valkyrie. She came up short against Ember Moon for the U.S. Championship, but Kacy Catanzaro watched her and said, I want her. And Catanzaro never backs away from the challenge. You could say that Valkyrie hasn't earned her spot or whatever, but Kacy Catanzaro wanted this match. Catanzaro, the consummate world champion, and certainly getting back to those old days that we've seen in the history of the GAW Women's World Champion, where we've seen title reigns, multiple title reigns, go over 10 defenses, last a year or more. We're only a couple years removed from one. Asuka, of course, held the title for over 700 days, a record 20 title defenses. Catanzaro has a long way to go before she's thinking about that number. But to be sure, Catanzaro aims to at least put her name among the greats. And title defenses like this against women like Taya Valkyrie, that is exactly how you do it. Here we go, main event time. Kacy Catanzaro in action for the first time since defeating Ember Moon at Battle at Broadway and immediately trying to go for the air. Valkyrie sniffs it out, and this is going to be a storyline, I think, throughout the match. Taya Valkyrie, of course, so much time spent in Mexico fighting the luchadoras, some of the only fighters in the world that can claim to be as athletic and fast as Kacy Catanzaro. So Valkyrie is used to dealing with athletes like the world champion. And this is how she does it. Overwhelming power. And she's got some speed herself. You can see that she is not intimidated by the pace. She's not adverse to turning up the pace herself. And a steady dose of neck breakers. And attacks to the upper body to try to keep Catanzaro grounded. Catanzaro, though, fires back. Beautiful Hurricane Rana. Catanzaro from the top of the moonsault. And Catanzaro says, you think you can turn up the pace? Watch this. Catanzaro over the top with a senton. In 25 seconds, Catanzaro goes for about 17 moves. And now Catanzaro, Indian deathlock in on Valkyrie. Right in the middle of the ring, Kacy Catanzaro wrenching that ankle. She got it locked in early. Valkyrie posts up on the arms and forces Catanzaro to break. Tense moments early on from Taya Valkyrie. And now Catanzaro, up top she goes. Catanzaro, 630. The Women's World Champion, not messing around, hooks the leg. Kacy Catanzaro, are you serious? In what promised to be a knockdown, drag-out affair, Kacy Catanzaro just blitzes Taya Valkyrie. I gotta say, this is the most unexpected result of the night. Maybe not the winner, but in the way she did it. Kacy Catanzaro, wait a minute, Dakota Kai! Kai's in the ring! Dakota Kai is in the ring! And Kai going after her old nemesis, Catanzaro. The chiropractor and Dakota Kai. This is absolutely disgusting. The brutality of Kai. Shattering the kendo stick over Catanzaro's back. Absolutely shocking scenes here on Storm. Catanzaro left to celebrating with the title like she's won something. Horrifying, shocking events on Storm. And Kai will stand tall. Folks, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Evolution 7 Days is coming at you on